Hi there. This is Tony from the PCP, People Compare Point. We will talk about Andrew Yang. Who is Andrew Yang today? And we will compare with Andrew Yang with Elon Musk to know why Elon Musk will endorse Andrew Yang for the president of 2020. That's what we will talk about today. As we know, Elon Musk is a genius entrepreneur. He created the net worth right now is 20 billions. That means in last 20 years, he created 1 billion each year for himself. This is an amazing guy to create the stuffs like for the space rocket, SpaceX, for the Tesla, for the electric vehicle, and also he do the PayPal for the internet uh, e-commerce, contribute a lot. So at the August 10, 2019 afternoon, he tweet, "I support Yang" in his Twitter, and 1 minute later, Elon Musk tweet another tweet. He would our first openly God's president. I think this is very important. It's a really big allowance to support Andrew Yang to the president of 2020 because he have 28 million followers. Why this genius man will believes and endorse Yang will be the one for the future. So what's the reason? It make a lot of people begin to notice him in that time. Why this guy will be support Andrew Yang? You can see Elon Musk actually is a founder, investor, advisor for the a lot of industry, most important and for the future, like energy, like automotive, like transportation, like technical communication, like art, artificial intelligence, aerospace. Yeah, those areas were most important industry in economic and for the future. He owned world's most hyper companies, and he invested a lot of others companies as a leader of their industry. So actually, Musk leads the tech revolution for his life for his last 20 years, with no doubts. On the other hand, we can take a look about Andrew Yang. Actually, in recently Democratic debate, Andrew Yang is actually the so special one between those politicians. He's not a really a classic politician. He's like a future politician. You see, first he don't have a tie there, and also actually he is do a very good point policy for the public. And you can see from the polling from Amazon 2020 to v Donald Trump. He's the second lead guy to beat Donald Trump. There's four guys who were beat Donald Trump in this polling result. Biden, the last vice president, Andrew Yang, and Sanders and Harris. So that's why he is so special, so different, but so strong. So actually, he is lead the democracy revolution now. Let's say the logic which Andrew Yang will be put to his UBI policies, because right now the biggest threat to the Americans is not immigrants from which Donald Trump think it is. Actually, is AI and TikTok will replace our right now jobs very badly. In last few years, they already replaced several millions of the jobs there. And in the next decade, the report from a lot of different kind of research universities shows that 20 millions to 50 millions of the jobs will be replaced in the next decade. So that's a really certain for a lot of American people. So Young's UBI solution is like 1,000 US dollars a month for every American age more older than 18 years old, with any without any question asked. So that's kind of policy. In your first heard lesson, you will be like, "What? What? Are you kidding me? Uh, you'll buy the ticket? You'll buy the vote?" No, actually, it's not. Actually, this is a simple, smart, and powerful magic to a radio certain. Those 1,000 dollars put in every American's pocket will change the new generation's life. They can have more choice to create more future business like Elon Musk, like a Jack Buck, like Google, like Apple, some new Apple, new Tesla, new Google were coming from the new generation with this 100 invested to their pocket. They can start their business. They can have more freedom to think about the future. And also, this $1,000 will help the old generation to make their own life more valuable. They can contribute more to the community and contribute more to the people around them by their experience to mentor the young generation and the other kids. Also, for the middle class, they will get their pressure down, make spend more time with their kids. That's where which were good for our future, and also help people to pay their debts, pay their medical bills, to help them get the pressure down and make people, American people, more health. So that's really amazing solution there. Why Elon Musk, were endorsed young so early and directly? I think the reason is because they both know and believe the UBI is the solution in the first place. That's not a lot of people understand that in 2016 or 2018. And also let's compare those two smart guys. We can understand more how they guys can be understanding each other and why Musk endorse Young so early. Right now they still have 1 year to run for the president, and so directly by Twitter. Let's look about where they come from. So Andrew was born in 1975, New York. Young's father actually is really a dream maker from Taiwan. His father were immigrated to America in 1960s and graduated from the California, Berkeley University, and he do the research job for the IBM and G for a long time, and generating 60 line patents in his knife. That's really amazing job, and his mother is also from Taiwan as a professor in university. Um, we will look up the Elon Musk. He was born in 1971 in South Africa. His father is an engineer and pilot and a sailor. His mother is a model and a dietitian. So that's his father actually with mother were divorced when he was very young, and he was living with his father. So he have a lot of sense about the engineering things and about the space and also about driving automotive stuffs. So it's a family reason where affect those two young smart guys uh, deeply. But you can see they were in same in 1970s born, and also in their family there's one drum maker or two drum maker there. Yeah. So to create something for them. Uh, So let's compare with these two guys compare education. Andrew Yang was attended to Brown University in 1992 and with economic and political science. So that's the background which fit him very well right now. And Erling Julius, the doctor in 1999 in Columbia Law School. So Elon Musk actually were transferred from the Canada, from the Queen University from Canada to University of Pennsylvania in 1990s. Got economic degrees from Auburn School and dropped from the PhD program like material things from Stanford in 1995. So that's so similar background in the early education is the economic background, but Andrew Yang absolutely is more focused on the where change will have some feeling about that he will be go to the politics, and also he learned the law, go to law school. But Elon Musk will go to the uh, Walden. That's a great economic school, and also he came to Stanford to material stuff. There's an engineer fees there, but he dropped it because he created another good company to run. So that's a reason as he didn't finish his PhD there. Uh, but from the two guys' education background, can see they were in the same time in the 90, 90s. That is the beginning of the dot coms uh, tech. It will be begin with. So they will understand the new talk how changing life very deeply because uh, they both in that period area have the education, and also they understand economics and other stuffs because their background they can understand each other too. So we can see the family there. Andrew Yang was his wife was Evelyn Yang as a full-time mom to take care of two kids. They live in New York, Manhattan. Um, Elon Musk's family is right now actually he is single. His ex-wife is Justin Wilson, is an author from Canada, and Taff really is an actress from England. So he have six children there. Also, he is living in the east west of Los Angeles. So you can see there's a big difference there as Elon Musk choose the more international spouse, but Andrew Yang is kind of like traditional Americans, like and also have a stable family there. That's a big difference there, but not effect. They have same vision for the future. So we can compare with their early career. Yang is actually put all his time in the staff tech companies like uh, stargiving.com and the healthcare startups and Manhattan Provo. But before that, he also experienced a short turning life, that which he would like to joking with. And Elon Musk actually is get a huge success in his early career because he created Zip2 and create PayPal, and also they both is created a new Tucker Knitter company and also cash out uh, for him to less than 5 years. So he have a lot of fortune when he was very still young in the early of the 30s. So that's a big difference there. It's look like they all both invest in that new tech industry, but I will mention, I will notice to tell us there's difference here is difference. We say the different background of family, and also their timing is different. The timing is very important. Elon Musk will be investing in this new revolution 4 years earlier than Andrew Yang, so that's make huge difference there. So we can say that's from the earlier career, actually, Andrew Yang is kind of experienced those things, but not really successful. But make him understand how tough and how tough for the start a business or for with workers, and also he will understand how the economic will change so fast. You cannot easy to follow. So we can see the Andrew Young's main carol, no profit follow-up program. He come to the venture for America to create thousands of jobs and distribute the talent to local economic growth between 2009 to 2017. So that's a long time to invest his best time to the people, people, to help to create the economic jobs there. So this is totally different with Musk. So Elon Musk's main arrow we all know because he really understood the tech trees. So he created SpaceX in early of 2000, 2001 or 2002, and Tesla later. He created a new amazing top companies of the industry. Those companies are a huge one and also in the top of their industry and change our life absolutely. So later you can see there's what's the link to them with UBI, because they all know the AI will be the good solution we're coming, whether you like or not, in this decade. Andrew Yang began his president running in 2018. UBI is the core policy to take the democracy revolution in 2020. That's his core policy there. Musk believed UBI is the good solution for the AI and tech solution in 2016. He saw and introduced the UBI to others a lot of times and in different different meetings. So that's the reason why Elon Musk believes Andrew Yang is the only president that can be lead the Americans to face the future that can improve 90% of the people's life in 2020. Because you can see the background, yeah, they are so understanding each other, and also Elon Musk versus other president candidates, it's so difficult to understanding those things, or they were all put their time their speech on the traditional way to solve the problems and the politics. They don't really understand we will face most biggest threat to the human being in the recent centuries. So I think Elon Musk gave the answer to the Americans for the 2020 president elections. We should think about it. Finally, thanks you guys time, and this is Tony from the PCP People Compare Point. Please, if you want, please subscribe me and support. We can figure out more about Andrea and other peoples. Thank you, you guys.